like better, the mommy or the daddy? Oh, the mommy. What movie is this, JoJo?
Watching.
We are in debt again. Just kidding. It has been 1 month since we became debt-free. And I figured I need to do an update because maybe you guys want to know how it feels or what we've been up to with our baby step 3 and things like that. JoJo's watching Lion King. Hi JoJo, say hi.
Hi.
And why didn't you let us watch Tangled?
No.
I tried to get her to put in Tangled. I even bribed her, told her I'd give her a cookie. Because, well, when we talk about how it feels to be debt-free, I wanted to reference that movie. That may sound silly, but... Where's Jared coming here? So one day, like a week after we had paid off our last debt, I was really tired and I was sitting in a recliner being super lazy while Jared was taking down the Christmas tree. And we had Tangled in, and for some reason I was really emotional and I kept wanting to tear up. There he is.
What?
Anyways.
About what?
Tangled?
I don't tear up in Tangled.
I said the day that I realized that one part.
Oh.
I was kept tearing up and you didn't notice it because you were taking down the tree and I was trying to hide it. And we've seen it a million times, and then this one scene comes on. If you've never seen it, Rapunzel is stuck in a tower for 18 years because she gets stolen. Then one day she escapes with the hot guy, and her
Looks like me.
in her dream, her whole life has been to see, she always sees these lanterns that are released every year for her birthday, but she doesn't know they're for her. But she wants to see them in person. So she tells the guy that she'll give him the crown he stole if he takes her to see them. So finally, towards the end of the movie, they get out. They're sitting out in the middle of the lake, and he makes it all romantic, and she's waiting for the lanterns to go up, and she says,
She's been waiting for him her whole life.
yes. What does she say?
She goes, what if I see these lanterns and they're everything that I expected them to be?
They're not everything I expected them to be.
Yeah, she said, what if they're not expecting me to be? And then he says,
They will be.
they will be. And then she says, well, what if it is?
And then she says, and then what? Then what am I supposed to do?
Oh, yeah.
And he says, then you get to have a new dream. And right when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's how it feels to be debt free. Because it's kind of been like a bunch of different emotions for me. At first, it took me like a week to feel it. And then like I felt like we'd worked for something so hard for so long, and then it was finally here, and it was like, I don't know.
They like released the lanterns.
I just was like, now what?
They like released the lantern, so it like released our debt. And it was so like ironic how it all worked out. And then she's like saying that because we were like, what do we do now? We're debt free, so now what do we do? But you know what? We get to write down new goals and have new visions and the next step of our life and the next chapter, and we get to turn the page and see what else God has planned for us. So.
Yeah. Yes. So that's how it felt like the first week. And then like the second week was when I really started to feel excited, and it really felt freeing was the best way I knew how to describe it. Like weight had been lifted off our shoulders. And then now the past couple weeks, we've really been starting to be able to focus more on baby step three, and not just our emergency fund, but all these things that we have to save up for, and just all the big changes that are going to be coming this year been hitting us and kind of scaring us.
Yeah.
Plus we're going to see Dave Ramsey in 2 weeks, and I'm really nervous about that, and Jared's worried about like not saying the right things or not saying the things that he wants to say.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm worried about crying or not being able to say anything, or him talking too much.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to blab. But you know what? It's all going to work out good because It's all the purpose. And he was talking today about the first debt-free scream, that the first person that called in and
Ever.
the first person ever in the history of debt-free screams called in, and he was talking about it and how it was an accident, and just how whenever it came in and this lady just was calling in, she started blabbing on about how our debt-free thing and did a debt-free scream, and then everybody was so inspired by it, they were like, well, we got to have the next one needs to be planned. We need to make sure we do this and implement it. And that's
Is that
why they,
today's show, Mondays
yeah,
or Fridays?
today's show.
February 2nd.
And that's what we got to think about, is just how motivating and inspired we were when we heard people do that. That's why we want to do this. Because now we're going to have people that we know watching it and listening to it. And I want to make sure we say the right stuff and inspire people and pump them up.
And then we were, where were we? We were walking somewhere the other day, and I was like, just picture when we're in Dave's studio waiting, like watching him through the glass, waiting to go talk to him, like how excited we're going to be. And, well, right now I don't feel it, but at that moment I felt really excited and nervous. It also seems like right after we became debt free, people really started to like take it seriously. It's like they didn't believe we were going to do it before, but like for example, one friend of mine, she had messaged me like over a year ago whenever we were kind of starting all this, and she asked me questions about it and was interested, and I told her a lot about what we were doing, and then I haven't heard from her in over a year. And then right after we became debt free, she started texting me again and wanted to know more about it, and she said that she ordered Dave's book and that she was determined this time. Not this time. She just said that that's what they want. They want to be debt free. They just bought some land and things like that, and so that's cool. And I've just had lots of people messaging me on Facebook and stuff and asking me for advice. And I was saying that I don't feel like people took it serious until we became debt free, and now they've been.
Yeah.
And like I've wanted our church forever to get FPU, and now we got it. He finally ordered it, and we are going to help lead it or something. We might get to lead it or co-lead it.
You know, it's got to be...
And I already told y'all, they played our video at church and stuff.
You got to talk the talk, walk the walk, man. You got to prove it. That's just with anything. And you got to actions speak loud. And we've been blessed enough to be able to be a part of, have our church just blast it out to our church and our YouTube channel. And you guys that we don't know, is just, she shows me comments, and it's really awesome to see.
He cries like a baby.
I don't cry. Maybe sometimes.
The battery's going dead. Oh, as far as the month of January, like, we kept the same budget, and we just, the way that we were paying towards debt before, it just went all straight to savings. And so, I mean, that's what we're going to use for our Nashville trip, because like we said in our goals video, we're kind of saving up. We're just piling up a bunch of money right now just for emergency fund and for the trip and for our next baby and a car. We're wanting to get a new, bigger car by June. So, yeah, we're just, this month we were able to save almost $1,800. We were able to put almost $1,800 into savings, so it's pretty consistent with what we were paying towards debt. We didn't go crazy. We did splurge a little bit. Like, I got this camera, and Jared got him a new set of golf clubs, but other than that, I'm actually trying to tighten up our budget. And like, I know everybody thinks that our grocery budget is crazy, so I'm trying to get that down. I just don't understand why I can't. Go tell Daddy to open it. Speaking of Tangled, and JoJo happens to be watching Lion King right now, I also thought this was really funny. The other day, Jared, right now he's reading More Than Enough. Shoot. And one day, like, I don't know, a couple months ago or so, we were watching Lion King, and Jared, he always writes in his journal, and he heard something that the monkey Rafiki said, and he came and wrote it in his journal.
Yeah, that's Rafiki.
Look how bad his handwriting is.
Okay, that's seriously blasting me off on YouTube on my handwriting.
Okay, I won't show it.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, he wrote in his journal, And he wrote in there some quotes right here, and he said you can either run from it or learn from it. I don't know why he found that quote useful at the time, but I guess he liked it. And then the other day, he's reading this More Than Enough book, and he's like, Jessica, come here. And in it, Dave references that movie. See, he highlighted it. Rafiki takes his walking stick and violently hits the young lion prince on the head. What was that for? And he says, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. The past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it. Now, how that relates to being debt-free, I don't know. But I just thought it was funny that we were comparing being debt-free to a Disney movie. And then Dave also compares something to a Disney movie that Jared wrote down. And I just thought it was funny.
Get some good insights on Disney movies. Pay attention, you can. So yeah, did you blast me up on my journal?
I didn't show. I zoomed in on it. What do you mean?
Making fun of my handwriting. I'm left-handed, so I have to write on the inseam, and it's hard.
Do you have anything else to say?
About what?
This.
I feel like there's new goals already on us to attack. I feel like it's already it's in the past. It's done.
Oh.
Checked off the list. Now we get to focus on other things. Like I said, it's a new chapter in our lives. We get to turn the page and see what's in store. So I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm a little scared because we're going to be doing stuff that we've never done before. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, scared, and yeah.
And just thank you to all my new subscribers. I finally hit 500, and that's cool for me because I'm such a weirdo.
She's just this little small-town country girl from Texas.
You really shouldn't tell where I'm from to the world.
Texas. Where's she from?
Anyways, yes. So, I hope you're all sticking to your budget and sticking to your goals for this year. And let me know if you have any other questions or topics you want to hear about. That's enough for this video. It still feels great. Yes, we're still debt free and it still feels great. But we've moved on. We're on baby step 3 now. And it's exciting. I guess I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.